Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review as well as a little demo of the brand new Huda Beauty Lifeliner Quick and Easy. Now this is not the first eyeliner that has been released by Huda Beauty. This is the second one. The first one was called just the Lifeliner from memory, and that one was very different to this one in that this one is basically a pen type of liquid liner, whereas that one was a gloopy liquidy one. I wasn't the hugest fan of that one because it was quite messy, whereas this one is literally the complete opposite. Now, whereas that one was on the more liquidy side, and don't get me wrong, it was great in terms of that it was very difficult to remove. It was just not that practical. Now this one has recently been released and I've been using it since it came out, and genuinely I'm very happy with this. It is an excellent liquid eyeliner and definitely probably one of the best on the market in terms of how long it lasts on the eyes. The fact that it is waterproof, transfer proof, and it is very difficult to remove. Now this retails at £16, which is quite affordable when it comes to a brand such as Huda Beauty, which is normally priced on the slightly higher end. Now I remember getting very excited when Huda Beauty released the Bomb Brows eyebrow pencil because it was also relatively affordable, only to find out that the reason why is because there was barely any product inside. And I am starting to believe that this may be a similar sort of thing. This contains 1 ml, which is not that much. Now I am going to compare the one that I have been loving and has been my holy grail for a good couple of years now, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. Now this one costs £21, however it is 2.4 ml. So that just goes to show that there is not that much product in here, which is already disappointing. That obviously means, especially if you are going to use it on a daily basis, this is going to finish quite quickly. Now let me just read to you from whoever's website, Cult Beauties, what this eyeliner is about. So this one says, a new take on her OG dual-ended lifeliner. This lifeliner Quick and Easy is an easy to use alternative that's destined to be universally adored by beginners and graphic liner pros alike. Expect long-lasting waterproof and smudge-proof wear and intensely black matte hue. Gliding on like a dream to deliver unbudgeable coverage, Huda Beauty's Lifeliner Quick and Easy is an extreme black liquid liner that lines and defines the eyes with ease, with no need for touch-ups during the day. I don't know anybody that touches up their liquid liner throughout the day. Effortless enough to use that is set to convert eyeliner phobes, this liner is here to help you master that wing, ace graphic line work, and create flawless flicks. How? The ultra-fine, firm but flexible brush tip provides precision as well as maximum control. Plus, it employs a progressive flow delivery system to ensure even distribution of the formula for one-stroke easy application. As for the colour, the very Vanta shade is inspired by the deepest, richest black, so expect extreme impact and impressive payoff. Last but not least, the water-based formula provides all-day waterproof, sweat-proof, smudge-proof, transfer-proof, flake-proof wear, all while remaining easy to remove at the end of the day. So first off, let me show you the ultra-fine, firm but flexible brush tip. I don't know why they've called it a brush. It's not a brush. It's a felt tip pen nib. So this is what it looks like, and then you just open it up, and here you can see the incredibly fine tip. And just to give you guys a comparison with my Anastasia Beverly Hills one, you can see that the ABH one is obviously a lot longer and a lot thicker, and the Huda Beauty one is very fine. Now before I do it onto my actual eyes, let me just show you how it applies while showing you on my hand. So here you can see I've done a variety of different thicknesses when it comes to the actual liner itself. So you can go in with very fine just by using the tip. Then you can go in quite heavily and thick by pressing it sideways, and it literally dries within a couple of seconds. You can see that it is completely matte black, and if I go like that, you can see that nothing is coming off. So when they say that it's transfer proof, flake proof, waterproof, sweat proof, they are 100% correct. Now whereas with my ABH one I can just use a normal makeup wipe, any kind of makeup remover, and it comes off very easily, this one can only come off with an oil-based makeup remover. I have scrubbed my eyes to within an inch of their lives with my normal makeup wipes and it would not come off. It struggled, it took me ages, I got frustrated, but this really does stick to the eyes. It does not come off at all, which is absolutely excellent. Now what I'm going to do now is I am going to show you guys how I apply this to the eyes, how it works on the eyes. I'm going to get a little bit closer. Let me see if I can move closer to my camera slightly. Oh, we're gonna get up close and personal. You're gonna be able to see my tash hairs. All right, and I've got a mirror here, so let's go for it. Wish me luck. No breathing, hold your breath. Now, first off, I have to mention is that as this has got that delivery system of liquid, you can hear it. All you need to do is shake it to make more of the product actually come out towards the nib. Because this is so fine, you do not get a straight black thick line like you do with this one. Therefore, it doesn't seem like there's that same sort of opacity. But that is purely because the nib is so fine. There is only a certain amount of liquid that you can take out at a time. So all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do a very simple and basic wing. You guys know I love my thick winged out ones. I can do that with this, but I do find it a little bit difficult, and it takes me a little bit longer to do as well because I have to build it up and I'm impatient. So I'm just going to show you guys how this works for me. Alright, so here we go. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did have to go in a couple of times, and I'm still doing it now because not enough liquid comes out at the same time, meaning if you do want it to be completely black, thick and opaque and dark, you do have to layer it. And also another thing that I've noticed is now, for example, right now I've got one eyeshadow on my eyes. Ignore the brow bone shade, that doesn't count obviously. I've just got like a light beige colour because I really didn't want you guys to kind of have a difficulty seeing how I did this with other eyeshadows underneath. So I've kept it relatively clear and neutral so that you guys can see it properly. Now the one thing I did notice is that when I had multiple eyeshadows underneath, for example grey, now I would run this over the eyes and you could still see the grey underneath. This you have to layer it 2, 3, 4 times depending on how much of the eyeshadow underneath is still showing through. I don't necessarily have that problem with this eyeliner in the same sort of way. Now it has got a felt tip nib, however the liquid is actually in the bottom of this liquid liner, meaning I can dip it in and out and get quite a lot of product on here, meaning it goes on thick, dark, opaque with one stroke, whereas with this one I have to layer it quite a few times. But as you saw, it was quite easy for me to do. It wasn't too difficult. The good thing about this is that you can really get into the tiny little areas of the underneath of your eye, for example this front bit right here, and you can get it between your eyelashes with ease because the nib is so small. Let me just finish off the other eye and I'll get back to you and finish off the review. Alright, so now you can see that both my eyes are done, and yeah, I managed to accidentally stab this on the top part of my eye, but unfortunately because this does not come off, even going like this means that it will remain. So if you mess up, you're stuffed basically. So you best just hope you didn't do what I did and kind of accidentally went like that and it's gone and attached itself to another part of the eye. But from what I can see and what I can show you guys, you can see that it is opaque, you can see that it is completely black, and it looks great in all honesty. The only thing that I would say is that it just takes a little bit of extra time if, like me, you tend to prefer to have a slightly thicker wing. This I would definitely say is better for people that are beginners to eyeliner, that are still worried about how to hold the pen, how to do a flick that is quite small rather than ones which are quite big. I actually find doing bigger flicks are a little bit more difficult, but then obviously I've been doing it for many years now. So let me just finish off my eyes, put on some falsies, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so my eyelashes are done. I'm wearing Huda Beauty Sasha lashes, and I managed to tear off part of this eyelash too. It's just not going well for me today in this video, is it? Let's see what else you can do. You don't just have to use this for a standard classic eyeliner. You can do designs, you can do graphic designs. Shall we try? Shall we do some designs? Alright, let's see. What should we do? Let's do the whole 3-dot thing that was like a trend a couple of years ago, even though my best friend was doing this when we were at uni, and that was like 20 years ago, just saying. So let's go in with 3 little dots, just one there, and one there. See, even now after doing this, I still have to layer it up. That's the annoying thing about this, is that just not enough of the product comes out because of the fact that the nib is so thin that you have to layer it up. So even now I'm gonna have to go over those dots because they look kind of grey because they're not dark enough. And then when you layer it up, then it starts to look a bit more black. But anyway, there we have it. This is how the Huda Beauty Lifeliner Quick and Easy looks. Let me just zoom myself back out. Right, so overall I'm gonna probably have to give this a 9 out of 10. Overall, I will not lie, it is an excellent liquid liner in that it doesn't come off. So for those of you that have got very watery eyes, now I suffer from dry eyes, so whenever people ask me about what's best to use for their watery eyes, I'm literally like, because I suffer from literally the complete opposite. So if you've got watery eyes and that sort of thing, and your eyeliner tends to come off and that sort of thing, so you will absolutely love using this. The reason why I haven't given this as a 10 is, number one, this is going to finish very quickly. Number two, you have to layer it. You have to layer it and you have to layer it again, which is annoying and kind of defeats the whole purpose of quick and easy. So am I going to replace this? Probably not. I very, very rarely have to layer this one. The only times I have to layer it is, for example, I've already done one eye and I've moved over to the other and a lot of the product is no longer on the actual felt tip nib anymore. So I have to dip it in and obviously kind of go over the area that's a little bit grey. This one, I had to layer it quite a few times in order to be able to build it up to the right way that I want it to be and for it to be fully matte black and completely opaque. As for the colour, very Vanta, inspired by the deepest, richest black, so expect extreme impact and impressive payoff. I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. You don't get an impressive payoff until you've layered it a couple of times. Yes, it is all day waterproof, sweat-proof, smudge-proof, transfer-proof, flake-proof wear. It doesn't flake off at all. And that's it really. There's not much else I can say about this liner. Quite a few of you will like this. Depends how fussy you are, depends how good your current eyeliner is as well. So obviously that's the reason why I wanted to compare it to the one that I've literally been shoving down your throats for God knows how long now. Every time I do my favorites video, I'm like, a liquid liner, ABH liquid liner, here we go again, ABH liquid liner. And that's it really. That's all I can say about the Huda Beauty Life Liner Quick and Easy. Yes, it is quick and easy if you're not expecting too much, I would say. If you only do a very, very thin line, you probably won't have as many issues as I would have. You probably would have to layer it once, but not as many times as I had to. Bear in mind that obviously I lifted this up slightly because I wanted a thicker line. I then had to fill in those areas and I had to go backwards and forwards quite a few times. Another thing that I have noticed is that mine, after shaking it a couple of times, appears to be leaking. Let me just get a tissue and show you guys in case it's my imagination. Don't know if you can tell, that's very wet around there. Let's check. Let's check with this tissue, yeah? It's leaked. It's leaking. So because I've shaken it a few times, why is it leaking? I'm not touching the nib, by the way. Oh no, it's gone on my fingers. I'm talking about this area around the sides. It's leaked. And there's a bubble coming out. That's not a good sign, you guys. Not a good sign. And just goes to show you can't even shake it a little bit more than you normally should in case it starts to leak out in other places. It literally is kind of like a Sharpie pen. But I still stand by my 9 out of 10. I still think it's an excellent product. And I just think it'll be down to personal preference completely. So that's it for my review of the brand new Huda Beauty Life Liner Quick and Easy. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all soon. Bye.